Assalamu alaikum, I am Hina Ijaz. Welcome to Pakistan. Who are we welcoming today in our show? Well, that's very interesting. That's the interesting part, because the foreigner in the show today, I would call her a global citizen. She was born in Iran. She was raised in Sweden. Currently, she resides in Oslo, Norway, but is visiting Pakistan for a very special project, which is called Building Bridges. Now, right now, as we speak, she's building bridges between Norway and Pakistan. So that's the interesting part. So there's lots to talk about Norway, about Sweden, about Iran, and of course, Pakistan. And on the Pakistani side, we have with us today two people who run a company called Ghumo Phiro Pakistan. What a fun name, I must say. Zishan Malik and Zaira Sayed. And our Iranian guest today is Arghavan. Well, I hope I pronounced that correct, Arghavan.
Yes, finally.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
And we would find out how do you Ghumo Phiro Pakistan,
Yeah.
right? Well, Arghavan, coming towards you, building bridges. You've been building a lot of bridges, and that's excellent news. You are also a former Goodwill Ambassador to the UN. You've done some great work in terms of art. There's been a lot of contribution from you. So tell us about building bridges. What's this project about?
So the project's name is Arghavan, and I try to build bridges with art. So I try to connect female artists from different countries. And I started with Iran and Sweden, and then I decided to work with the neighbor countries, Norway and Pakistan. So that's why I'm here.
Right, and it's been just a couple of weeks that you've been in Pakistan, right?
Yeah, right now for 3 weeks, so that's a long time. And I found amazing
Are you bored that
artists.
you're saying it's a long time?
No, but you know, the thing is, people advise me not to come to Pakistan.
Oh, they did?
Yes, because it's a dangerous country. And I decided to come anyway, but then Corona came, the pandemic.
Right.
And then they said you should definitely
You
not
have to
go.
quarantine for a couple of days. Right?
Yeah, so,
Right.
but I decided to come anyway.
So how do you feel now, being here for 3 weeks approximately? You feel it's safe?
I feel it's different. It reminds me a lot about Iran, and I've been in Iran. I've been doing, challenging projects. So I'm a tough girl, you know.
But you feel safe here, right? I mean,
I feel safe, yeah.
and what about the people, the interaction with the people you've met so far?
Amazing people, and I knew I'm gonna meet amazing people, but they're so helpful. They're just amazing, and every step I'm taking forward, it's because of people's help.
Really?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yes.
And what about the food? Have you tried the food?
Oh my God, so nice.
You love it.
I love it, but I don't. Now everybody gonna hate me, but I don't like so spicy food. So everything
So obviously
I
the
order
spices
is
can
like
be calmed down a little bit.
Yes, I'm like a little bit spicy.
Right.
I'm enough of spice.
Right. So you were raised in Sweden.
Yes.
And how was that experience, if you could share that?
Well, Sweden is kind of my home, so I grew up there for 32 years. How's it like? I don't know, like what to compare. Well, I have a lot of countries.
I mean,
to compare with.
what memories do you have of Sweden? I mean,
Like it's my kind of home, so it's
so your
cold.
family's back in Sweden.
It's dark.
It's dark and cold.
It's a nice place to live, you know.
Right.
Education is for free, healthcare is for free. So many people always they go back to have this family because it's so safe country, you know.
Right.
But I decided to move to Norway because I wanted to show people how dedicated I am to this project. So even if I could live here for some months, I would do that.
Right. So
yeah.
what about Norway? When you reached Norway, I mean, how was that experience for you?
There are a lot of nice people there too, but you know, the pandemic came, so that was
Tough
really,
times, I must say.
yeah, for everyone.
For everyone.
But it's my home now, so I try to settle in, and yeah.
You have a very flexible personality, I must say, because you know you've been shuffling around, moving to different cities, and now that you're in Pakistan, a totally different place. But I'm glad to hear that you feel welcomed here.
Yes.
So, but in terms of your personality, you pretty much are flexible and you like change, is that right?
What kind of change?
I mean, geographical change.
Yes, and also make change.
Right, and you are making a difference. I mean, your contribution towards art is commendable.
Yeah, and it's thanks to the women, the artists, because my project is all about women's rights and collaborating with women. It's all thanks to them. And everybody's so excited now, and you know, I'm going to show their art to the world. So
Absolutely, we can't wait for it. We can't wait to see that. Well, Arghavan, so tell us the artists that you're collaborating with.
So the artist I'm collaborating with, now I'm going to try to remember all the
Anything that comes
okay,
to your mind.
Sherzada Junejo, Sherry.
Excellent.
That's been helping me a lot.
Right.
Sarvat Gilani.
Yes, I saw some Insta stories with Sarvat.
Yes.
And she's, I think she does some very good work.
Yes, her artwork
And
is
she's
amazing.
she could be a good influencer for you as well, given
Yeah.
she's a big name in the glamour world.
Yeah, and I'm so happy to have her in this project. And yeah, and okay, so
How did you get in touch with all of them, though?
I found them. I'm very good at research, and that's
Good.
part of the job too. And
Right.
also, people send me their contacts, you know, and I tell them, and everybody like, okay, when do we start?
Right. So when you viewed this Pakistani artwork,
Yeah.
what did you feel? I mean, what was your feeling about our artists, our art, our culture infused in that?
It's amazing. Like, you have so many talented female artists, because we know that you have already excellent male artists.
Right.
But the female artists are so talented and young. And yeah, I'm very happy to find the best.
Did you have any idea when you were coming here that, you know, you'd interact with some great female artists in Pakistan?
I found them before I came.
Right. So
Yeah.
you were prepared. You do your homework well, I must say.
Yeah, and you know, this project is about matching the artists together. So I found them, I matched them, and I knew who's gonna work with who, and yeah. But let me say some more names, because now
Yes,
we
please
say
go
to-
ahead. Carry
Okay.
on. Would love to hear that.
Sumaya, what was the last name? I don't remember. Sumaya
You mentioned Amra also to
Gilani.
me.
Sorry.
Amra, I think you mentioned.
Amra Khan.
Yes.
Farzada Saeed.
Yes.
Mavi Shukat. Samin. Don't remember the last name, sorry. And who do we got more? Sorry, girls. Sorry.
So, but in
girls,
the
there's
process,
so
have you
many.
learned any Urdu?
Well,
I mean, any
similar
words if you-
words to Farsi. You have a lot similar
Yeah,
words.
that's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. So, have you understood? I mean, do you understand some Urdu?
Some.
Some.
Yeah. I don't tell, because I'm like listening.
Oh God!
tell
Thank
them
God
I
she told us.
understand.
We gotta watch out. Well, lovely. I mean, you're such a wonderful person, given the kind of contribution that you're making in the art industry, and you're trying to build bridges between countries. Great effort, and we wish you all the best. Coming back to the fact that Pakistan में भी इन्होंने बहुत सारी जगह देखनी. You have to see a lot of places in Pakistan, a lot to discover. What's on your mind? What's on your bucket list?
To just see more and explore more, but unfortunately my visa is not that long, so
Absolutely.
I definitely come back.
Right.
Because I you know, I want to do hiking and see more of this beautiful places. I have been Googling, but this time I don't have time to go.
But you've been to
so many
Karachi
places.
as well. The
Karachi
city
I've
of
been.
lights.
I saw the nice beach. I might go to Islamabad to meet some people, but I'm here for work, you know. So it's,
So you've visited 3 main cities. That's
yeah,
that's correct.
total.
And I wish you all the best for your
Thank you so
project here.
much.
And we do hope that you come back. But before we leave, if you could share some memories from Iran as well.
Iran. It's the most beautiful country in the world. Even though it's not easy for women to live there, and you know, they don't have the same freedom as we do, but I always recommend people to go to Iran, because it's the most beautiful country in the world.
Right. Well, thank you so much. I would also like to visit Iran one day, because I hear it's beautiful. The people are nice and beautiful people.
Have you been, by the way?
Have you been there?
We plan to. We hope.
We all plan to.
Yeah, go.